What's up, it's William from Rocket Zero and welcome to another pixel art tutorial. In this pixel art tutorial we're going to be building Alice from Alice in Wonderland because we have recently built the Drink Me potion. Let's go over there and take a little look at it. There it is. And also the Eat Me cake. So it's time for Alice. Let's get started. What do we need for her? We need some light blue wool, white wool, black wool, cyan wool, white stained clay, yellow wool, pink wool, and a bit of light gray wool. And I got this pattern from candypatterns.com, so go make sure to check them out. So let's get started with 4 blocks, or actually 3 blocks of our black wool. So 1, 2, 3. We're going to skip a space, and we're going to do 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then up. We can connect these blocks. Up here, we're going to grab our white wool, and we're going to place 3 blocks, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Let's grab our black wool, we're going to place 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and a black wool here. And those are going to be like her little shoes that she wears. Now we're going to grab our white wool, and we're going to place 3 blocks right here, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And in this one, we're going to place 2, so 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So those are Alice's legs. Now we're going to begin with her blue dress. The blue dress involves placing 3 blocks of her blue wool, so 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to do 1, 2, and then 1, 2. We're going to grab our light blue wool and replace a square. Next to that square, we're going to place 2 blue wools, and then 1, 2. Same thing again. The square, and then 1, 2. Like that. Right in this block, what we're going to do is that we are going to place 2 blue wools like so. So make sure you guys have that pattern so far. Pause it if you need to. Now we're going to do it on this side. So we're going to place 1, 2, and then 1, 2. 4 light blue wools. 1, or actually 1, and then, whoops, what am I doing? 1, 2, and then 1, 2. There we go. And then another light blue wool, like so. This time we're only going to place 1, 2, and then 1. And then right here we're going to place her 2. So now let's take a step back. It's going to be the bottom of her dress, as you can tell. It's looking like that in no time. So what we're going to do next is that we're going to continue placing light blue wool blocks right here. We're going to place 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, 2. So it needs to be 4 blocks of 2 going up. Now we're going to do it on this side. So 2 light blue wools, 2 blue, whoops, missed it. 2 light blue wools, and 2 more blue wools. And now what we're going to do next is that we're going to grab our light blue wool. We're going to place 2 blocks on this side, and then on top a blue wool. Let's go over here, a blue wool. We're going to grab our white wool now, and we're going to place 3 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to go down, or actually to the right and down, to the left and down, and then once again to the left and down, to the right and down, and we're just going to connect these blocks together. And that's going to be the white part of her dress. She has like an apron thing going on, so that's what that is. Now we can actually fill in the blue part of this dress, so let's do that now. Let's go to this side. The last Alice in Wonderland movie I saw, it wasn't actually the one that had Johnny Depp in it. It was like the animated one that Disney came out like a long time ago. But it was really cool. There was like the underwater part of the movie where like the crabs and everything. That was really cool. It was trippy, but it was cool. And then just a couple more blocks and we have finished building the blue part of her dress. And then we're going to do the shoulder things on the top later. But that's what you guys should have so far. Pause it if you need to. Now what we're going to do next is that we're going to add 3 more diagonal blocks. So 1, 2, and 3. So that in all, it's 4 diagonal blocks. Now, there's 1 here, so we need to add 3 to make it 4. So 1, 2, and 3. Now we're going to grab our white wool and place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 5 cyan wools on top. Then we're going to do 5 white wools. So we're going to make basically like a sandwich with the cyan wool in the top. And now we're just going to fill this part in. There's actually like a sequel to Alice in Wonderland that just came out not too long ago. I don't think it did really well. The first one did really good. I think it like made a bunch of money too, so but the sequel didn't. So alright, so we're gonna put a blue wool here and then a blue wool on this side. We're gonna grab our white wool, and right here we're gonna go up by 4 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're gonna put a blue wool. We're gonna go straight down with our white wool. Then a blue wool, go straight down with our white wool. And then a blue wool, and we're gonna place white wool here. And then in this side we're gonna go up by 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And next to it a blue wool, and we're gonna go down with our white wool. Now what we're going to do next is that right here we're actually gonna take a little break because this is not right, and we gotta figure out where we made the problem. There's a problem. Let's go. Right here we are going to place 4 white wool blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then blue wool, white wool below, blue wool. So there we go. The problem was that we needed to have it on top. So make sure you guys have this so far. Sorry about the mistake, but it really wasn't that big of a mistake. We fixed it right away, so that's good. So make sure you guys have this so far. Let's take a massive step back. That's what you guys should have for Alice in Wonderland so far. We have her dress completed, except for the little shoulder, like, things that are kind of inflated. I don't even know what that is. I don't know enough about dresses, so my apologies if I'm offending somebody who knows what this is called. So what we're going to do next is that we're going to grab our blue wool and we're going to place 3 blocks. So 1, 2, 3. And then on the top, 1. Actually, no. We're going to grab our light blue wool and replace 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Then our blue wool to the left. And then 3 blocks on the top. We're going to do the same thing on this side. So right here, we're going to place 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then just the blue wools on the top and on the side. So I bet you this has a name, like padded shoulders maybe? I don't know, but who cares? It's a dress. So we're going to grab our white sand clay. But first, let's take a step back. This is her dress, and it's looking wonderful. Because she's Alice, and that's a bad joke. Sorry about that. Alright, so we're going to grab our white sand clay, and we're going to find this block right here. And we're going to place 4 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to place 1, 2. Just 2 blocks like that. And then with this, we're going to go straight up, and then straight up, and then straight up here by 1 block. So make sure you guys have their arm so far. Pause it if you need to. Now we're going to go to this side, and we're going to do the same thing. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2. We're going to go straight up here. Straight up. And then start in 1 block and going 1, whoops, like that. Make sure you guys have that. Let's take a little break right here. Pause it if you need to. That's what her arm should look like. Because, you know, she tucks them behind her waist. She's a good, proper girl. I think she's actually rich in the show. Not in the show, but in the movie, I think. And then she follows a rabbit that's out of time. So, okie dokie. So now what we're going to do is that we're going to give her a neck. So we're going to grab our white wool. Or I mean our white sand clay. We're going to place those 4 blocks like that. Then we're going to go to the back. And we're going to place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we're going to do 1 block here. And we're going to just bring this all the way to the right until it touches that blue block. Then all the way to the left until it touches that blue block. So that's going to be her neck. Make sure you guys have this so far. And then now we're going to do 9 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then above that, we're going to grab our pink wool. That's going to be her cheeks. We're going to place 3 blocks on this side and 3 blocks on this side. We're going to grab our light blue wool. And we're going to place 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Then our white wool for her eyeball. And our white wool over there for her second eyeball. But she's not weird. She has 3 eyes. Or I mean 2 eyes. We're going to grab our white sand clay. We're going to fill this part in like so. And then on this side, we're gonna go straight up by 4 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's bring this even. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's bring this even. And then right here, we're gonna do one more row. Like so. So that's what her face should look like. That's Alice. Now we're gonna find the middle. Just go right here to the middle of her chest and go straight up. Put one little yellow block here. And then another one. Then right here, we're gonna place her black wool. Then our black wool again. We're gonna grab our light gray wool. Or light gray wool. We're gonna grab our black wool and replace one. Actually, no. We're gonna place one block there. And then 1, 2. 1, 2. And then right there. And then what we're gonna do now is that we're gonna bring this all the way to the right until it stops right here. So make sure it stops there. We're gonna bring it all the way to the left. And it's gonna be 9 blocks across. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wonderful. Now we're gonna grab our yellow wool. We're gonna place one here. Then black to the left. Yellow. Then black. And then again, yellow. And now we're gonna place 3 black blocks. So 1, 2, 3. Now we're gonna do this little part of her hair on the left. So yellow wool, black, yellow, black, and then we are going to place yellow here and then 3 black blocks. So 1, 2, 3. So now let's take a step back. This is what we have so far. Pause it if you need to. That's gonna be her hairband. Now we're gonna give her big luscious yellow hair so she doesn't look so weird. And we're gonna begin, but first let's take a step back. Pause it if you need to. We're going to start it right here. We're going to place 3 blocks. So 1, 2, 3. Then 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to do 1 block here. And 1, 2, 3. Make sure you guys have this. Now what we're going to do is that we're going to place 2 blocks here. Let's fill this part in. And then starting right here, we're going to go up by 6 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's just fill this part in. All the way here. Then we're gonna go to this block and we're gonna go up by 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's just fill this part in. We're gonna fill it in as we're working our way up. I think that's a good way to do it. So then right here, we're gonna go up by 3. So 1, 2, 3, and then we're just gonna go here, here, and then next to this bow we are going to place just 3 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, like so. Let's take a step back. Pause it if you need to. Now let's go up here and we're just gonna do 1, 2, 3 and then another block like that. So there she goes. She's looking awesome. Now we're gonna do this side. So we're gonna go down here. We are going to place 3 blocks. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then right here we are going to place 1, 2, 3. Let's fill this part in. And then we're going to go up by 6 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to bring this part to the left. Or I mean to the right. Now we're going to fill it in. Oops, what am I doing? Making a mess. Okay, and then right here we are going to go up by 4 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Fill this part in. And then here we're gonna go up by 3 blocks. So 1, 2, 3. And then we're just gonna do this. We're gonna go up 1, then 2. And then right here we're gonna do 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Like so. Now all that we have left to do is just fill this part in. And there's a little trick to this Alice that I'm going to show you in a bit. what we're going to do is that we're going to go behind her arms, and we're going to fill in those blocks so that it looks like it's a little bit behind her. It just gives her some depth. So let's go do that now. Right here, we're just going to make a couple blocks to fill this hole. Let's just do it on this side. Then over here. Doesn't really matter what it looks like. You can make it, you can trim it a bit, but just the blocks that overhang a bit, like that. But since you can't see it, it doesn't matter what the back looks like. So that's going to be our Alice, and then you can either put one yellow block here or just have it split in the middle. I'm going to put it there just so it looks a little more even. And that's Alice from Alice in Wonderland. If you guys enjoyed this tutorial, please make sure to give us a like down below. Subscribe if you haven't so you can stay up to date with our newest videos. And as always, leave a comment down below telling us what you want us to build, and I'll make sure to add it on my to-do build, like the Eat Me and the Potion thing. Somebody suggested it a while ago, so I decided to build it, and then just kept on going with the Alice in Wonderland team. So here we go. Thanks so much for watching. This was William from Rocket Zero. We'll see you next time.